RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Macias Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.
Set to start this one, the Roxana Shells in the field, and they'll throw Ryan Touche today. And Touche, a right-handed hurler for the Roxana Shells.
Yeah, Ryan Touche pitched just last week against the Alton Redbirds up at Gordon-Moore Park through a very nice ball game in the Shells bid to upset the Redbirds. He did a great job of getting strike one in there, working ahead of all hitters. Had a nice breaking ball that day that he was throwing in the zone and was very tough. Took a tough luck loss in that 2-1 loss up there in Alton last week.
He'll face a right-handed hitter. Leading things off for the Oilers is Kevin Tharp, the shortstop. And he takes the first one outside for a ball, and we're underway as Ryan Touche fires the first one outside for a ball. Touche ready with the next one on the way, and it's outside again. Quickly 2-0 to Kevin Tharp.
Kevin Tharp is an outstanding leadoff hitter. He's batting .410 on the season. He's small in stature. He works the pitchers. He's ahead 2-0 right now.
Next one is in there for a called strike one. So the count now 2-1 on the right-handed hitter, Kevin Tharp. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one outside, and Tharp doing a nice job now, moving the count to 3-1, giving his team a chance to get a look at this right-handed hurler. And he'll take ball 4, and the Oilers have their leadoff man on via the walk.
Ryan Touche showing some very good sink on a two-seam fastball here in the early going, but it's sinking so much it's dropping out of the zone, and Kevin Tharp doing a nice job laying off and getting on base and trying to stay hot here for the Oilers.
That'll bring in a right-handed hitter, Nathan Smith, the right fielder for the East Alton Wood River Oilers, as Touche throws over, and diving in safely is Kevin Tharp. Touche back on top, looks in, gets a sign from his catcher, and now throws back over to first, and back safely is Tharp.
That one there was a little bit closer. He almost had him there. Quick feed out of Touche on that move.
Touche looks in, gets a sign, comes to the belt. The pitch on the way. Tharp started to run, but heads back, and a strike called on Nathan Smith.
Nice pitch by Touche right on the inside corner to Smith. Nathan Smith batting .294 so far on the season for the Oilers.
The right-handed hitter digs back in. Now a throw over to first, and Tharp diving back into first again. Safe over at first as Tharp creeps away again. Touche to the belt. And a bunt. Smith, a good one, down to the third baseman, who fires on to first. The sacrifice good as Tharp moves down to second.
Excellent job by the third baseman for Roxanne there, Stephen Garners. He pounced on that ball very quickly there and was able to get the out at first base, and might have had a shot to go to second had it been a little bit slower runner, but Kevin Tharp with excellent speed. There was no chance, and Stephen Garner, good job down there at third base.
That brings in John Stemek, second baseman for the Oilers, a right-handed hitter against Touche. Tharp with the lead from second, and the pitch right in there for a called strike one.
Stemek batting in the 3-hole today, batting .394 with 6 RBIs on the season.
Chance to drive one in here with Tharp down at second. A pitch on the way, and it's a curveball that breaks outside for a ball. The count 1-1.
Well, it was John Stemek that all the Oilers pounced on and celebrated with last night with that victory as he scored the game-winning run.
Chance to put his team on top here as now Touche whirls around and doesn't throw back to second, but Tharp tags up. He'll creep away again. Shortstop and second baseman trying to keep him close as Touche fires one in there, and a swing and a miss by Steemack.
Another good-looking sinker out of Ryan Touche there. Got it down underneath the bat of Steemack.
Ahead of Steemack, 1 ball, 2 strikes as Touche comes to the belt. Now he's going to throw back to second, and the ball gets away. Tharp going to head to third. Tharp safe at third base.
Well, you see it all the time. Speed, speed, speed that causes problems for each and every team. And right there, the Shells were very worried about Kevin Tharp at second base. Touche tries to pick him off, throws the ball into center field, and Tharp can move up to third base. And the situation changes now for John Steemack here as he's got a runner at third with only 1 out.
Ball and 2 strikes on him. Steemack waits and swings at a bad ball, but it gets away from the catcher who can't find it. He's going to be safe down at first base.
Well, that ball was just sitting right at the feet of the catcher, Phil Perry of Roxana. He couldn't find it, and not a whole lot of help with communication from the rest of his team. And by the time he picked it up, he didn't have much of a shot at getting the runner down to first base. And a lucky break there for the Oilers. And see if they can take advantage of it as last night's hero, Michael Sabatino, steps in the box.
Sabatino, the cleanup hitter. With runners at first and third, and a throw over and back safely is Steemack. Sabatino, the first baseman, digs back in. Pitch on the way to him. Nope. Fake to third and no throw over to first. Lead from first by Steemack. The pitch on the way, and he's going. Here's a throw down, and in time, but no tag put on Steemack. Throw off the mark a bit.
It looked like second baseman Brandon Palin was actually maybe coming in front of the bag, cutting that ball off in case Kevin Tharp decided to go home there.
So runners at second and third for Sabatino, and here's a pitch that misses down and outside.
Pretty good break on that curveball there, though, as it started in about shoulder high and had so much break it broke down out of the zone.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Sabatino. He's in the hole 1-2. Runners at second and third here for the Oilers. Top of the first inning. 1 out as they set up outside on Sabatino. The pitch from Touche, and it sails outside for ball 2 as he wastes one there. 2-2 now on Sabatino. Pitch on the way, swing, and a drive into center. So to get one home as a center fielder camps under it. Tharp tagging up, he'll come home. Steemack going to stay at second base, and the Oilers break out on top 1-0.
Michael Sabatino doing his job, getting a sacrifice fly to center field there, putting the Oilers on the board. A good swing by Sabatino. Touche was able to get it down on the handle, though, just enough, and jammed him just enough to keep that a fly ball.
That'll bring in a big right-handed hitter for the Oilers, Lucas Cobb. Runner down at second with 2 away, and pitch in on Cobb's hands as he swings through it for strike 1.
Well, Lucas Cobb has been injured for most of the season here. Yesterday was his first action of the year. And, they're 1-0 with Cobb in the lineup as he went 2 for 3 yesterday for the Oilers.
1 strike on him, and he gets the bat on the ball, shoots it out to short. Long throw here, and in time over at first. And that's how the inning comes to an end. But the Oilers get a run without a base hit. Leadoff man comes around to score, and we'll move to the bottom of the first inning with a score 1-0 in favor of the Oilers. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
County Furniture and Appliance, your hometown store. 510 West Delmar Avenue, located in the Piasaw Shopping Center in Alton. Furniture. Appliances. Bedding. And electronics for the way you live. County Furniture and Appliance, your hometown store. Did you know that members of Olin Community Credit Union benefit from local service? At Olin Community Credit Union, they keep everything local. They service your loans locally from the time you apply until your final payment. If you're looking to buy or refinance a home, loans are made easy with their online mortgage center. You can view current rates, apply online, sign up for Rate Watch, or contact one of Olin Community Credit Union's mortgage representatives for more information. www.olincreditunion.org.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis as we move to the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 in favor of the Oilers. They got their run after a leadoff walk by Kevin Tharp. He was sacrificed over to second base and then ended up at third on an errant pickoff throw and comes home on a fly ball to center. And the Oilers lead 1-0. They send their right-hander out there, Scott Gibbs, to face the leadoff hitter, John Pleister. A left-handed bat, and he fouls the first one off down the third base line for strike one.
Center fielder John Pleister has good wheels here for Roxana. He tried to bunt for a hit there on that first pitch, trying to push it down the third baseline and fouled it off.
One strike on him as Gibbs brings it home under his hands for ball one. Scott Gibbs on the hill for the Oilers with a 1-0 lead to protect. They set up outside on Pleister, and the pitch comes home outside for ball two.
Well, John Pleister at the top of Roxana's order, the same kind of player as Kevin Tharp at the top of Wood River's order. He's got great speed, does a good job of taking pitches, and tries to get on base and cause problems.
The pitch outside to Pleister, and the count 3-1. So looks like the Shells in a good situation here with their leadoff man at 3-1. Pitch from Gibbs is outside for ball four, and a leadoff walk for the Shells, and that paid off for the Oilers in the top of the first. You really don't like to see that from your pitcher walking the leadoff man.
Came back to burn Roxana in the first inning. Ryan Touche walking the leadoff man and compounding it with a errant throw, but I'd be surprised if Roxana bunts here with Nathan Martz standing in.
Right-handed hitter Martz takes the first one upstairs for ball one. Martz, the DH, hitting for Ryan Touche.
Nathan Martz has a little bit of pop in his bat, a little bit bigger sized young man here. Does a good job hitting ball the other way. Probably looking to hit the gap out there in right center field.
Throw over, and Pleister back safely.
And just as I say that, Coach Thompson moving his right fielder into the gap more.
The pitch. Swing and a foul down the first base line. The count even at 1-1.
Martz way out ahead of that pitch there. Just hitting it right off the end of the bat, squirting down the first baseline foul.
Martz stays in there. He's ready as Gibbs comes to the belt. And the runner Pleister breaks for second. He's going to be safe down there. The ball gets away, but close enough that Pleister can't advance any further.
The pitch was also called a strike there, so the count will be 1-2. And pitch looked to maybe be a little bit up and in, but definitely borderline. The umpire with a big zone here early, and 1-2 on Nathan Martz.
He'll have to protect the plate and would like to move the runner along at least. Pitch on the way, swing and a shot over the third baseman's head. That's going to bring Pleister home. Rounding first and headed to second is Martz. He'll hold up there with an RBI double.
Well, just as we talked about, Nathan Martz has a little bit of pop in his bat, and he smoked that line drive down the left field line over the third baseman's head. It rolled all the way to the wall, and an easy stand-up double for number 11. And Roxana has quickly tied this game up 1-1.
And they'll send up Stephen Garner now, the third baseman, a right-handed hitter, to face the right-handed hurler Scott Gibbs. Runner down at second now is Nathan Martz. As Garner digs in, the first one on the way, in there for a called strike one.
Nice pitch there by Scott Gibbs, getting it right in on the corner underneath the hands of Garner.
They set up outside this time. Gibbs a check at second, the pitch. In there for a called strike 2.
Looked like Garner had a check swing, and the ball, I think, tipped off the bat. I don't know if the umpire would have called it or not. A pretty good pitch there out of Gibbs.
The 0-2 is smashed to third. He'll look the runner back, now throw over. Now the runner will break towards third, and Martz will be safe down there, but out at first is Stephen Garner.
Well, the runner was still able to get over to third base there, Nathan Martz, but Stephen Garner pulling the ball to third base, not doing an effective job of moving the runner off the batted ball, but Martz staying heads up, advances to third on the throw across the diamond, and Roxana has a man at third and only one out.
That'll bring in Brandon Grizzle, the cleanup hitter for the Shells. He's swinging at the first pitch and popping it up. Pitcher Gibbs calls for it and will haul it in for out number 2.
Looked like Gibbs maybe started the hitter off Grizzle with a changeup there. Had him low and away and popped up on the infield. Gibbs taking no chances. Called everybody off and made the catch himself.
Grizzle up there hacking at the first one and pops out for the second out. Now that'll bring in Brad Perry, the right fielder, a left-handed hitter, to face Scott Gibbs. Fires the first one inside for ball 1. Brad Perry, the hitter for the Shells, a right fielder, left-handed bat. And this one's across the outside corner for strike 1.
Well, he threw the first pitch way in on Perry, and then comes away the second pitch low and away. Doing a good job so far of trying to go in, out, up, and down here by Scott Gibbs.
The 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul back, and the count now 1-2 on Brad Perry.
Now, this is a big at-bat here early in the game for Wood River. The at-bat is for Roxana, but it's a big at-bat for Wood River, just out of the fact that if he can get him out, save the tie here, they'll still have confidence going into the second inning.
Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and hit towards center field. The left fielder coming over to make the play, and that will be the final out here in the bottom of inning number 1. But the Shells tie it up with a run on a hit, an RBI double by Nathan Martz. And we'll move to the second with a score tied at 1. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
There's a long pass, and looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis as we move to the second. The first pitch swung on and missed by Tyler Robertson, the left fielder for the Oilers, a right-handed hitter. Ryan Touche on the hill for the Shells brings home the 0-1, and it's swung on and popped up. Shortstop going out. And we'll haul it in for out number 1.
Nice job there by Chase McPeak getting over for the pop-up, as he was the only one that was going to be able to catch it. It was too short for the left fielder to get to, and does a nice job hauling that in, getting the first out for Roxana.
Near the grass, behind the third baseman, hauls that one in, and that'll bring in Aaron Ragusa, the third baseman for the Oilers. And he swings at the first one, shoots it towards center. This will drop in front of the center fielder for the first Oiler hit.
Oh, nice swing there shown by Aaron Ragusa as he smashes a line drive into center field. Wood River has a runner on first base with one out here. Ragusa was only batting 192 on the year before that at bat. He showed a very good stroke right there.
went after that first pitch fastball and got the single. That brings in Gibbs now with a chance to help himself out. Takes the first one outside for ball one.
Gibbs batting for himself in the 8-hole today here.
Touche to the belt, delivers upstairs, and the count 2-0 on the right-handed hitter, Scott Gibbs. Ragusa with the lead from first. Touche brings it home, and a swing and a miss. And the count 2-1.
Big hack there by Gibbs on the 2-0 count. He was looking to stroke right there.
The 2-1 pitch, and the runner goes. Ragusa, and the throw down is in time, and sliding in there safely is Ragusa.
Good throw there by Phil Perry, the catcher of the Shells, but Ragusa getting in underneath the tag safely. Nice shot from Phil Perry.
The pitch, swing and a miss. And the count full now on the right-handed hitting Scott Gibbs with a runner down at second, one away. And this one gets past the catcher for ball four, down to third base. Will go Ragusa as Gibbs draws the walk. Second walk allowed by Touche.
Well, Gibbs drew the walk there, but because Phil Perry couldn't smother that ball, the runner was able to get over to third base. Ragusa advancing from second to third, and the Oilers now have first and third with the number 9 hitter, Jeremy Cook, the center fielder, stepping in.
Jeremy Cook, the center fielder for the Oilers. Runners at first and third with one away. And the first one from Touche is in there for strike one.
Well, that's what Ryan Touche has to do a little bit better job of right there, getting that first pitch strike.
Gibbs with a lead from first, a throw over, and he's back safely.
Both teams here have not been scared to run here in the early going. They're both attempting to steal bases.
Ragusa at third and Scott Gibbs at first base. Touche to the belt. Pitch. Swing and a tap foul. Strike two on the right-handed hitter Jeremy Cook.
Gibbs was running on that pitch there, but the ball was fouled off. He had a pretty good jump. I think he probably would have had that bag stolen.
2 strikes on the hitter Jeremy Cook. Gibbs creeps away and a throw over. He's back safely. Ryan Touche looks in, gets a sign from Perry, and comes to the belt. Now throw over and back safely is Gibbs again.
Touche is really concerned about Scott Gibbs over there at first base.
Gibbs leads away again. Pitch, swing, and a tap back to the mound. Goes to second, but safe there as he pulled the second baseman off the bag and then out at first base on the relay.
Well, that was a very close, and the umpire may have made the right call there. The throw from Touche, the little tapper right back to the mound, and Touche wheeled and threw to second. Throw took off on him just a little bit. Shortstop made a nice play getting the ball, but his foot must have been off the base as he caught it. So the runner safe at second, but the hitter out at first.
And the run home to make it 2-1 in favor of the Oilers. Now back to the top of the order, and Kevin Tharp drew a walk his first time and scored. Swings and misses at the first one from Touche.
Well, that's a huge play right there. Touche couldn't get the throw accurately to second. Otherwise, it was an inning-ending double play.
You give him an RBI on that one?
It depends on how they scored it. If they just scored it a straight-up fielder's choice, then he would get an RBI. But I think had the throw been on line, he'd have been out. I think you got to give an error to the pitcher there, so it would not be an RBI.
1-1, the count on Tharp, and the next one sails outside.
Pesky Kevin Tharp in the box here with his whopping .410 batting average here.
in the catbird seat at 2-1, and it sails outside, but they'll call a strike across the outside corner. Count even at 2-2 now, and we've seen a wide strike zone so far from this umpire. Something both teams need to take note of and adjust. Here's a swing and a pop foul down the first base line.
Touche left that pitch up in the zone, and Kevin Tharp took a good hack at it and fouled it straight back over our heads here.
Count remains 2-2 on Kevin Tharp. Gibbs down at second with 2 away. This pitch, a breaking ball outside. Count goes full. Touche ready with a 3-2 pitch to Tharp. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second strikeout for Touche, and that brings it into this inning, but the Oilers get a run on a base hit and lead now 2-1 over the Shells. We'll be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RobertsMotors.com.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. As we move to the bottom of the second, Drew Brumley set to lead things off for the Roxana Shells, who now trail 2-1. Gibbs back to the hill for the Oilers. And his first one is bunted down to third. Good scoop, the throw in time over at first, and retired 5-3 is Drew Brumley.
That was a good play there by Aaron Ragusa, coming in and fielding the bunt with a strong throw to first base. Looked like the runner may have beat it, but it was a bang-bang play, and the umpire decided to punch him out.
That brings in Brandon Palin, right-handed hitter, to face Scott Gibbs with 1 away. And the first one outside for ball 1.
Well, a couple unearned runs here this afternoon so far for Wood River got them a 2-1 lead.
Gibbs trying to protect that lead, brings the next one home, and it's shot out to short. A scoop there, a nice scoop, and a throw in time. He had the short hop there and made a nice play.
Yeah, nice job there by Kevin Tharp at short. That ball smoked up the middle. Line drive right past the pitcher's ear. Tharp did a good job on the short hop coming across, fielding it near second base, and a good throw across the diamond.
And there's 2 away, and that brings in Phil Perry. And the pitch from Gibbs in there for strike 1. Gibbs has set down 5 in a row after allowing a leadoff walk in the first inning and a double by Nathan Martz to drive home Plooster, who had walked. Pitch in there for a called strike 2. Umpire staying consistent with that big strike zone.
Yeah, as a coach, you don't mind it being big as long as it's big both ways, and that's how it's been so far here in the early going.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and 1-2-3 go the Shells in the bottom of inning number 2. Oilers lead the Shells 2-1 as we move to the third. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumiSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. We move to the third. The Oilers with a run in each frame and lead the Roxana Shells 2-1.
Well, in the first inning, Wood River took advantage of a error on pitcher Ryan Touche, making a throw into center field on a pickoff move at second. Took advantage of the next pitch, getting a sacrifice fly and getting a 1-0 lead. Then last inning, taking advantage of another errant throw by Ryan Touche as he went to turn 2 and pulled the the shortstop off the base, and Roxana was able to score on that play as well, and it would have been out of the inning, no runs.
And leading things off, right-handed hitter Nathan Smith takes the first one outside for ball 1. Smith, a sacrifice his first time up. He fouls this one off and the count 1-1. Smith, the right fielder, waits on the 1-1 pitch from Touche, and it's in on his hands. He shoots it to third. Third baseman stumbled but got his feet back under him and throws out Smith at first base.
Well, it looked like third baseman Stephen Garner maybe stumbled over the base as he fielded the ball. He had to go to his right a step or two, smothered the baseball, got around it, was able to field it, but as you mentioned, stumbled. I do believe he tripped over that base, but was able to keep his feet and make a strong throw.
That brings in John Stemick, and he takes the first one for a strike. He was a strikeout victim his first time up, but the catcher couldn't hold strike 3, and he ended up safe at first. Pitch on the way, swing, and a tap foul. Quickly 0-2 on John Stemick. Digs back in, taps the plate. Ready. Here's the 0-2. And he reaches out and taps it toward the mound. Touche over to first for out number 2.
Touche did a nice job there, way ahead of the hitter, makes a good pitch low and away, gets him to just tap it right back to the mound, and quickly 2 outs here for the Oilers.
Sabatino now the batter, Michael Sabatino with an RBI, sacrifice fly in the first inning. And the first one misses for ball 1. The 1-0 from Touche. It swings and shoots it out to third. Good scoop by Garner. His throw in time. 1-2-3 go the Oilers here in the top of inning number 3. 2-1, the Oilers lead the Shells. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Your kids now have kids of their own. I'm State Farm Agent Tom Lane. With just a simple gift, your grandchildren may experience a lifetime of life insurance. Give me a call at 377-8912 in Bethalto to discuss the many options that are available to provide your grandchildren with a gift of life. For great products and service that are available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, call me, Tom Lane, at 377-8912.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. We move to the bottom of the third. It'll be the number 9 hitter to lead things off, Chase McPeak for the Shells, a right-handed hitter against Gibbs. And the first one downstairs for ball 1 to Chase McPeak. Gibbs has set down 6 straight. The next one in the dirt gets away from the catcher, and it's 2-0 on the right-handed hitter, Chase McPeak.
I noticed it getting louder here, and as I turned around, Dennis, we seem to have got a crowd growing back here in Roxana here this afternoon.
Shells Oilers. Pitch on the way, and it's outside for ball 3. 3-0. Beautiful day for baseball. Beautiful day to watch some baseball. The crowd is turned out here in Roxana. The pitch misses for ball 4, and after setting down 6 straight, Chase McPeak draws a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, Coach Andrew Thompson cannot be very happy about that. You never want to see your pitcher walk the number 9 hitter, especially to lead off an inning. Chase McPeak batting in the 9-hole draws the walk for the Shells, and Scott Gibbs has an early jam here in the 3rd.
Leister the batter now, the leadoff man. He nubs one down to 3rd. Only play is to first base. And down to 2nd goes McPeak.
That ball not hit hard enough to try and turn 2 there. And a smart play by the 3rd baseman of Wood River there, Aaron Ragusa, as he just went to first base, got the 1 out for sure. And now Nathan Martz, who already has an RBI double this afternoon, will step back in.
The only hit for the Shells so far is the RBI double by Nathan Martz, who digs in from the right side. And the pitch sails upstairs from Scott Gibbs. McPeak down at 2nd, a chance here again for Nathan Martz. The pitch on the way from Gibbs, inside and low for ball 2.
Well, that last at bat by Martz, the pitch he hit for the double was a fastball out over the outer half of the plate. First 2 pitches here out of Gibbs have tried to run him way inside on Martz.
This one sails outside, and it's 3-0 now on Nathan Martz. McPeak with a lead from 2nd, and the pitch right down central for strike 1. Scott Gibbs, right-handed hurler with the ball now, brings it to the belt. Swing and a pop-up. Shortstop going out. Center fielder coming in, and I think it's the center fielder who hauls that one in. The ump stepped right in front of me as I was about to call it.
I think actually it was Kevin Tharp, the shortstop.
Okay.
I happened to catch it myself out of my left eye. You're right. The umpire walked right in front of my right eye, but I saw out of my left eye, Dennis, that Kevin Tharp caught that ball.
Okay.
At any rate, there's 2 outs now with a runner at second base.
And the batter, the number 3 hitter, Stephen Garner, rips it foul down the third base line. Garner grounded to third, his first time up. Gibbs trying to work out of this jam with a runner down at second and 2 away. Garner drives it to short. Bad hop for Tharp. It goes off his shoulder. And safe at first is Garner on the infield single.
Garner hit that ball hard. And it came up on Kevin Tharp there at shortstop, and it may have caught, I think it caught shoulder, but I think it also caught maybe a little bit of his face, the right side of his face. He seems to be okay. They're going to go out and check on him. Man, Stephen Garner really hit that ball hard on the ground, and looked like Tharp was going to be able to make the play as it was hit right at him. Once it took that hop, Dennis, he had no chance.
And Kevin Tharp, with his football player mentality, of course, is going to stick it out and head right back to short.
Well, I saw him hit the hardwood a little bit harder in basketball season than that ball seemed to hit him. I know Kevin Tharp's going to stay in the game on that one.
Tharp, 3-sport athlete for the Oilers and one heck of a fullback. Pitch on the way to the next hitter is in there for a called strike 1, and that's Brandon Grizzle digging in. Runners at first and third, and an opportunity here for the Shells to capitalize on that bad hop. There goes the runner. The throw down is not in time. Safe at second. Stephen Gardner now down at second. It's Grizzle with an excellent opportunity here now, but he'll have to do it with 2 out.
And Grizzle wants to show why he's in the cleanup spot.
1-1 the count on him. Here's a swing and a foul straight back. He just missed that one.
Yeah, that came right back at us here off the screen. Down here, Roxana, we've got a nice perch here right behind home plate, directly behind the umpire, field level, and that ball came screaming right back at us.
Count 1-2, and this one will hit the batter. That will load the bases.
Well, Roxana gets another base runner out of that, but might not be the worst thing that could have happened for Scott Gibbs there. As cleanup hitter Grizzle was taking some good swings there. Now Brad Perry will step in with the bases loaded, the left-handed hitting right fielder of the Shells.
Flew out to left field, back of the first. 0 for 1. And swings at the first one, chops it to second. Second baseman over to first for the out. And the Shells strand 3 here in the bottom of the third. We'll move to the fourth. Oilers lead the Shells 2-1. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. We move to the top of the fourth inning. Lucas Cobb set to lead things off for the Oilers, who lead 2-1. Cobb shoots it out to short. Bad hop again, but the shortstop handles and throws in time to first for the out.
Yeah, another bad hop there out of short, but Chase McPeak did a nice job bodying up to the ball, taking it off the chest, and as long as you can keep that ball right there near you, you're going to have plenty of time to throw out Lucas Cobb.
That brings in Tyler Robertson. He's 0 for 1, popped up to short his first time, the left fielder. Swings and misses at the first one for strike 1.
Yeah, Robertson chasing a breaking ball low and out of the zone there on the first pitch. Not a very good swing there by number 15.
Next one on the way, and a swing and a foul off, and the count 0-2 quickly on Robertson.
Ryan Touche's no dummy. He saw how he swung at the first one. He went right back to it, threw him another breaking ball, low and away, but that one caught a little more of the plate, and Robertson was able to foul it off.
Here's the 0-2. It's downstairs, ball 1 on the right-handed hitter and the left fielder for the Oilers. Touche ready, the pitch, swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher Perry. He'll chase it down, the throw down in time. And Tyler Robertson retired via the strikeout.
Good job by Phil Perry, knocking that ball down, locating it quickly, hustling over to it about 3 or 4 steps to his left, making a strong throw, and quickly 2 outs here for the Shells, trying to get back into the dugout and get these bats going.
Aaron Ragusa up for the Oilers. He's 1 for 1. Swings and misses at the first one for strike 1. Touche throwing that good breaking ball up there. Robertson singled, scored, and stole a base in the second. Here's another breaking pitch for strike 2. Touche out in front, 0-2. The right-handed hitter, Ragusa. This one in the dirt outside, wastes one there, and the count 1-2.
Touche doing exactly what he wants to do here in this fourth inning.
Gets the sign from Perry, he's ready. Swing and a ground ball to second. Second baseman gobbles and throws, and that's the end of the top of the fourth. 1-2-3 go the Oilers in the top of the fourth. They still lead the Shells 2-1 as we move to the bottom half of inning number 4. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Did you know that members of Olin Community Credit Union benefit from local service? At Olin Community Credit Union, they keep everything local. They service your loans locally from the time you apply until your final payment. If you're looking to buy or refinance a home, loans are made easy with their online mortgage center. You can view current rates, apply online, sign up for Rate Watch, or contact one of Olin Community Credit Union's mortgage representatives for more information. www.olincreditunion.org. County Furniture and Appliance, your hometown store. 510 West Delmar Avenue, located in the Piasaw Shopping Center in Alton. Furniture. Appliances. Bedding. And electronics for the way you live. County Furniture and Appliance, your hometown store.
Welcome back to Roxana High School. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be Brumley, Palin, and Perry. Due up for the Roxana Shells. Drew Brumley, the left fielder, set to lead things off from the right side against Scott Gibbs, who holds on to that 2-1 lead.
Well, we're halfway through this thing. Wood River playing a strong game, coming off that first victory of the season last night. Hanging in there, winning 2-1.
A first one to Brumley, misses outside for ball one. Brumley rounded to third, his first time up. Here's the 1-0 and a swing and a miss. The count even. And 1-1 now on Drew Brumley.
Drew Brumley was way out in front of that pitch. Good change up there by Scott Gibbs.
Here's a 1-1 and a swing and a tap foul. The count now 1-2 on Drew Brumley.
It looks like most of the Shells hitters are out on that front foot here today, out in front of the ball, popping it up a lot. Even the double, the RBI double out of Nathan Martz, he was way out in front of it, but was able to smoke a line drive down the left field line.
Pitch on the way, and it hits the batter. Brumley, leadoff man on again for the Roxana Shells.
Yeah, tough break for Scott Gibbs there as he was way ahead, 1-2 on the leadoff hitter. That pitch just sailed inside, hit Brumley right on the elbow. He's rubbing that left elbow down there at first base. Looks like he'll be okay. His second baseman, Palin, comes in for the Shells.
Third inning out of 4 that the Shells have had their leadoff man on. And the runner goes. The throw down in time, but safe down there at second base.
Looked like the ball might have come out of the glove of Kevin Tharp there. Good throw by the catcher of Wood River, Cody Engler. But the ball skips out of the glove of Kevin Tharp, and the runner's safe now down at second base with nobody out for Roxana.
Palin digs back in. The 0-1 pitch on the way from Gibbs, and a swing and a foul. The count quickly 0-2 on Brandon Palin. Palin 0 for 1, grounded to short his first time up. The second baseman for the Roxana Shells digs back in from the right side. They set up outside on him. The pitch on the way, and it's shot into left field for a single. And the runners will be at first and third.
No, not a very good 0-2 pitch there by Scott Gibbs as he left that ball up in the zone and right down the middle. Brandon Palin spanks it out into left field. Hit the ball so hard that there was no chance for Coach Arbuthnot to even send the runner home. and it'll be 1st and 3rd with the number 8 hitter, Phil Perry, coming in.
Perry 0 for 1, struck out his first time, and he swings at the first one, shoots it out to Tharp, who has to scoop it again, flip to second for 1, throw back to first, in the dirt and gets away from the first baseman. A run will score, and holding at first base will be Perry.
Coach Arbuthnot can't understand why Phil Perry's still at first base, as that errant throw from second towards first went well wide to the first baseman. The ball went all the way over to the Roxana dugout fencing. Phil Perry did not make the turn and go to second base.
I was surprised to see Tharp flip that ball to second. It looked like he could have stepped on it. My angle, at least. Here's a swing and a foul down the third base line. Off the bat of Chase McPeak, the number 9 hitter.
Well, I agree with your partner. I think Kevin Tharp definitely should have taken that double play himself. He was just a step and a half from the bag when he fielded it, and he could have just stepped on second and made a good throw to first for the double play.
McPeak digs back in with a runner at first base. Now throw over and back safely is the catcher, Phil Perry. One away here in the bottom of the 4th. The Shells have tied it. And here's a drive into left field. This is trouble. This is into the corner and will score a run as McPeak, flying around the bases, will take a turn at second and hold up there with an RBI double.
A drive right there. A rocket down the left field line as they're starting to get on time here with Scott Gibbs on the mound, and the Shells are coming out swinging the bats here in the 4th. And a double by the number 9 hitter, Chase McPeak, deep into left field to the 315 sign. He's got the top of the order back up for the Shells.
John Plooster, 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the first. And takes strike 1 up around the letters. Plooster grounded to third his last time up. McPeak with a lead from second. The pitch. Not good enough. Ball 1.
Looked pretty good from here. Might have been a touch low, but with the zone we've seen so far, I was expecting a strike call on that one.
The next one on the way. Swing and a shot into right field, but the right fielder will haul this one in. A line drive, and the runner unable to tag and move along.
Yeah, Plooster did a good job on that one. As Gibbs threw a fastball inner half, Plooster turned on it, hit a nice solid line drive, but directly at the right fielder, Nathan Smith. 2 down now here in the inning.
That brings in Nathan Martz, who has an RBI double. Popped up to short his last time and swings through the first one for strike 1. Nathan Martz, the DH for the Shells today, batting for the pitcher Touche. Here's a shot into left field. This could score a run and will score a run. McPeak with his second RBI of the game as he drives home, Martz with his second RBI of the day as he drives home McPeak.
Yeah, another good swing out of Nathan Martz there. Another hard line drive. This one for a single, the last one for a double. And Martz 2 for 3 on the day with 2 RBIs as he's batting in that 2-hole for Coach Arbuthnot and the Shells. And now it's 4-2 Roxana as they've taken their first lead of the day here in the 4th inning.
And that'll bring in Stephen Garner, who's 1 out of 2. There's a swing and a tapper back to the hill. Pitcher will throw on for the final out here in the bottom of inning number 4, but the Shells plate 3 here in the bottom of the 4th on 3 base hits, and now lead 4-2 over the East Alton Wood River Oilers as we move to the 5th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass, and looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Welcome back to Roxana High School. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis as we move to the 5th inning. Now the Oilers trail for the first time today after a 3-run bottom of the 4th for the Shells. They trail 4-2 with their 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up here in the 5th to face Ryan Touche, who's really settled down since that 2nd inning. And on cue, fires the first one back to the screen.
I was gonna say the same thing, partner. Right as you give the young man a compliment, he throws one right at your face back here at the screen.
1-0. He has set down 7 in a row, and this one tapped back to the hill. I'll throw on to first to make that 8 in a row now. Set down by the right-hander Ryan Touche.
Scott Gibbs, the pitcher for Wood River, tapped that one back to the mound, and now the number 9 hitter Jeremy Cook will come in for the Oilers.
Cook hit into a fielder's choice his first time. An error allowed him to be safe at first on a double play attempt. And he takes strike 1 across the outside corner. Touche with a sign from Perry, and he's ready. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Jeremy Cook really off balance here this at bat. He took the first pitch fastball right there for a strike and then chases the breaking ball in the dirt there.
The 0-2 pitch over his head for ball 1.
And that went directly over the top of his head. Cook didn't look to really get out of the way of it. I guess he just knew it wasn't going to hit him.
1-2 on him. And the breaking pitch will retire Jeremy Cook via the strikeout.
Nice breaking ball by Ryan Touche there. He's done a good job today. He's got good speed differential between his fastball and his curveball. His fastball today been monitoring at 75 to 77 on the radar gun. Curveball's been in there at 65 miles an hour most of the day. So good job changing speeds by Touche.
Here's a swing and a miss by Kevin Tharp as he went up there hacking. 4 strikeouts for Touche. He's walked 2. Half swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Strike 2.
That's a tough one to call on your own there if you're the home plate umpire, but he was confident that Tharp swung the bat.
This one wasted up and away by Touche, and it's 1-2 on Kevin Tharp. Tharp 0 for 1, walked and scored in the first. Struck out in the second. This one down in the dirt, gets away from Perry. And the count 2-2 now on Kevin Tharp.
Kevin Tharp took a little bit of a check swing at that. It almost looked like the umpire called a foul ball on that, but the scoreboard is reading 2-2.
The pitch. Swing and a ground ball out to short. McPeak scoops and fires on to first. 1-2-3, go the Oilers again in the 5th. And now Touche has set down 10 in a row as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Shells leading the Oilers 4-2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why is Roberts Motors #1 in Ford certified pre-owned sales in the St. Louis Metro East?
Visit the 169-point inspection all our vehicles go through.
Maybe it's because we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Or is it the large selection we keep in stock at all times?
Personally, I think the answer is all the above. Stop in today and see. Nobody does pre-owned better than Roberts Motors.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years in Alton, Illinois, or on the web at RiverBender.com.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manatee Jewelers.
Welcome back to Roxana High School. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Shells. Brandon Grizzle set to lead things off against Gibbs, who sails the first one inside for ball 1. Scott Gibbs moves into his 5th inning of work. The pitch is outside for a ball.
Well, Scott Gibbs did an excellent job through 3 innings. Looked very comfortable, very smooth. Then in the 4th, looked a little bit tired. Roxana hit him around a little bit, but he's back out there for the 5th.
This one sails inside. The hitter Grizzle has to skip out of the way. And the pitch, ball 2. Gibbs next one on the way. Across the outside corner for a strike. A right-handed hitter, Grizzle, digs back in. First baseman for the Shells waits. And there's another strike across the outside corner, strike 2.
That was a good pitch there for Grizzle to hit. He just took it right down the middle.
The pitch from Gibbs is swung on and ball popped up into center field. Center fielder under it for out number 1.
Like Gibbs got Grizzle out on his front foot just enough there, low and away, to get him to fly the ball out towards center and directly at Jeremy Cook, the center fielder, who hauls it in. Number 9 stepping to the plate now for Roxana, pinch hitting.
Right-handed hitter digs in against Gibbs. And the first one outside for a ball. Carlisle the batter for Roxana. Jacob Carlisle, right-handed hitter, waits and swings and pops it up. Shortstop out, and we'll haul it in for out number 2.
Well, Scott Gibbs did the same thing to Jacob Carlisle that he's been doing to most of the Shells here today. Getting them out on their front foot, getting them lunging at the ball, and hitting easy pop-ups to his outfielder. Left fielder hauls that in. Tyler Robertson.
That brings in Drew Brumley, who's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch in the 4th, ended up scoring after stealing a base. And Gibbs misses way outside for ball 1. Drew Brumley, the left fielder for the Shells today. Right-handed hitter. Wears number 14 on the back of his red jersey. There's a strike from Gibbs.
There's some action over in the Oiler bullpen. It looks to be number 18, Nathan Smith, warming up in the bullpen.
Pitch on the way is outside for a ball. 2-1 now, the count on Drew Brumley. Looks like the Shells got a lefty loosening up. Pitch on the way, swing, and popped up. Left fielder headed toward the foul line, diving, and can't hang on. Good effort. Just couldn't hold on, and he went down hard. He had that arm kind of twisted under him as he dove there, too.
Yeah, that's going to be very painful. He looks like he's in a lot of discomfort out there. That's number 15, Tyler Robertson. It was one of those where as he was running, he started to extend the arm. And as he got to the ball, I think he realized that he wasn't as far away from it as he thought he would be. He didn't have to do full extension. and he went kind of straight down into the ground with the arm twisted up, but after appearing to be in a ton of pain, it looks as if he's going to stay in the game.
Surprise there, because as he laid on the ground out there, it just looked like he was not going to move from it. The entire team able to get to him before he really showed any signs of sitting upright.
He's still leaning over out there, definitely not 100%, but he's going to tough it out and stay in the game.
Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him a bit. Here's the next pitch, and it's grounded to second. Second baseman over, throws on for the final out. Here in the bottom of the fifth, the Shells go 1-2-3. In the bottom of the fifth, they lead the Oilers 4-2 as we move to the sixth. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
To-do lists rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices with the convenience of a single agent. From auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael, won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis as we move to the top of inning number 6. And a pinch hitter, well, actually the right fielder who came in for Nathan Smith up there to lead things off for the Oilers, hits it out to second, and he'll be retired 4-3.
That's Brendan Overton. Took a pretty good swing at the first pitch there and hit a hard ground ball to the second baseman. Roxana's second baseman Brandon Palin making the play. Quickly one out here in the 6th for Wood River.
That'll bring in John Stemak, who's 0 for 2, struck out in the first, but reached on an error by the catcher. Here's a swing and a miss by Stemak. He also bounced to the pitcher in the 3rd.
Stemak 0 for 2 today, but yesterday 4 for 4, and the only player in Wood River's lineup to have a home run this year.
Here's a pitch that drills him. Now he's going to have to be looked at.
It looked like it got him on the left wrist. It was way up and in and actually towards his head. He threw his arms up to protect his head. The ball hit him right in the left wrist, but seems to be okay. Does John Stemak as he jogs down to first.
So second time for Stemak on base today. And that'll bring in Michael Sabatino, first baseman for the Oilers. Pitch on the way, and it sails up and in for ball 1.
Sabatino, the RBI leader for the Oilers with 8 RBIs on the season.
Pitch swung on, hit to third. Garner going to go second for 1. The relay throw not in time. A low throw that gets past Grizzle at first base. Down to second goes Sabatino.
That ball was hit fairly well by Sabatino, just on the ground right at Stephen Garner, who did a good job getting it over to Palin quickly. And I think Palin just kind of rushed himself. I don't think he realized how much time he really had. Threw that ball into the dirt. Grizzle could not pick it up out of the dirt for him over at first base, so the hitter Michael Sabatino will advance all the way down to second. And we'll have a runner on second base with big Lucas Cobb stepping in.
Cobb, a right-handed hitter, and a half swing. He takes ball 1.
They appeal the check swing to the base umpire, and he says no. So ball 1 there.
Cobb waits on the next one from Touche, and he swings and shoots it down the first base line. A lot of times at this level, Brian, a first baseman, usually one of your better hitters, but such an important defensive position on the infield, first base.
Well, I don't know any team that has a good defense without a good scooping first baseman.
Cobb waits. Pitch in the dirt, gets away, and back to the screen. Down to third goes Sabatino.
You know, talking about first baseman and how important it is to scoop the ball, I mean, you just look right across the river at how many errors Albert Pujols saves every season for his infield with all the balls he pulls out of the dirt. Just at any and every level, the more your first baseman can pull balls out of the dirt, the better your defense is going to be. And, you know, perfect example right there. And I'm sure Brandon Grizz will be the first one to tell you that's one that he should have had, could have had. Disappointed in himself for not getting it, as it was not wide of the bag. It was right at him, just a little bit in the dirt.
Cobb digs back in. 2-1 on him. Swings and shoots it into right field. The right fielder there and will haul it in for the final out here in the top of inning number 6. The Oilers strand a runner. We move to the bottom of the 6th with the Shells leading the Oilers 4-2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
So we'll retire to the mountains.
Oh, but I love the ocean.
There are places you want to get to in life, like retirement. And now your State Farm agent can help guide you with the free State Farm Insurance and Financial Review to prioritize your needs and help you plan a roadmap for your financial future.
Come on, nothing beats pine trees.
Except for palm trees.
Call and schedule yours today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Contact Tom Lane to lay out your roadmap to retirement today at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis, reminding you to stay tuned for game number 2 of our doubleheader here on Z1570 today. Softball up next as Roxana and East Alton Wood River hook up again, this time from Oiler Country. Here's Brandon Palin leading things off for the Shells and taking ball 1 from Scott Gibbs, who works into the 6th. The next one on the way, and it's across the outside corner for strike 1.
Well, Scott Gibbs did a good job in the 5th, coming back out after a long 4th inning, having a quick inning, and Coach Thompson rewards him by sending him back out here for the 6th.
Gibbs ready, the pitch on the way, and this one sails way outside for a ball.
Roxanne, I'm sorry, partner, didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right.
Just going to say how Roxanne is probably desperate to get some insurance runs here, as they have not swung the bats very well here today.
Palin 1 out of 2 and a single his last time. Gibbs misses again. It's 3-1. Palin, a right-handed hitter, waits on the 3-1 from Gibbs. And he takes ball 4, and the leadoff man on again for the Roxana Shells.
Well, I'm sure when somebody speaks with Coach Arbuthnot after the game, that's one of the first things he's going to talk about is win or lose here today, how they had leadoff men on inning after inning after inning and was unable to score more runs. They've only got 4 runs here today, and 3 of them came in the 4th inning.
Looks like a pinch hitter now for the Roxana Shells. McClure going to bat now. Throw over to first and back safely is Palin.
And number 12, Ryan McClure, stepping in here against Gibbs in the 6th inning. Pitch to him across the outside corner
for strike one. Gibbs to the belt, checks the runner, Palin the pitch, and the runner goes. As the throw down, not in time, safe at second is Brandon Palin with a stolen base.
Roxana has stolen about 4 or 5 bases here this afternoon. Doing a good job running. That pitch was a strike, so the count will be 0-2 on the pinch hitter here.
Gibbs to the belt, the pitch. Swing and a shot through the hole. The shortstop, though, able to get to it and keep it from going into the outfield. And safe at first is the pinch hitter McClure with an infield single.
McClure got the head of the bat to the ball there and hit it pretty hard into the hole between short and third. Kevin Tharp did a nice job getting to the ball, keeping it on the infield, kept Palin at second base. He was not able to advance over to third.
That brings in Chase McPeak. He's 1 for 1 at an RBI double his last time. It shows bunt. Bunts it in the air down the first base line, but it lands in no man's land. And it looks like he may be safe down at first base.
And he is. I couldn't quite see what the ump had called. It did look like he beat it out, though. The good bunt by Chase McPeak trying to sacrifice, and it turns into a single, and the leadoff hitter John Pleaster will step in with the bases loaded.
Top of the order up there now for Roxana. The base is loaded. Shells have stranded some runners today. Pleaster trying to change that here. And he takes the first one for a ball. Pleaster 0 for 2, fly to right in the fourth, popped up to short in the third, and walked and scored back in the first. Next one to him is outside, the count 2-0 on John Pleaster.
Well, Pleaster's last at bat, he really got into one, smoked it out to right field, but right at the right fielder.
Here's a swing and a foul, like off his foot. Count 2-1 now on the Roxana center fielder. Pleaster steps out for a moment, now back in there. Scott Gibbs ready. And this one's popped up. Third baseman at foul ground over to haul it in for out number 1. Exactly what the Oilers needed, and out here now the double play in order could get him out of the inning.
That pitch was a fastball that ran away a little bit from Pleaster, and he pulled off of it, causing the foul pop-up towards third, where Gusa comes over and makes the easy catch. And Wood River with a chance to maybe get out of this, but the player of the day so far for Roxana stepping in, Nathan Martz.
Couple of RBIs for Martz as he takes the first one for a ball. Doubled in a run in the first and singled in a run in the fourth. He's 2 out of 3. Pitch. Inside, gets away from the catcher. There's a play at the plate, and safe is Palin. And now the ball gets away as Tharp will chase it down. Everyone else going to hold up.
Well, I think Roxana might have lucked out scoring that run there, as the catcher, Engler, did a good job hustling to the ball. It didn't get that far away from him. And if he'd have made a good toss back to the pitcher, Gibbs, they'd have had Palin out by about 3 feet. But he rushed his throw. The throw was way wide of Gibbs covering the plate. And Roxana scores a run to make it 5-2.
And the next one sails outside. Three balls now on Martz.
When the base runner took off from third on that, Coach Arbuthnot had a disgusted look on his face as if he knew he was going to be out.
Here's a big cut from Martz, and he comes up short. They turned him loose on 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th with runners at second and third. The 3-1 swing and a drive into center. Center fielder over there will haul it in. Runner going to tag and score from third. The other runner will move along to third base.
Well, Nathan Martz doing his job there, just playing the game. That's winning baseball right there. When you got a runner on third base, less than 2 outs, and you get the sac fly, that's exactly what you're trying to do. And Nathan Martz with 3 of the 6, has driven in 3 of the 6 runs for Roxana.
Big day for Nathan Martz. That brings in Stephen Garner, 1 out of 3 today. He takes ball 1. The next one all the way to Garner, a swing and a miss, and the count even at 1-1. Brandon Grizzle waits on deck for Roxana if the inning stays alive. Here's a swing and a drive down the left field line. Left fielder going over into foul ground and will haul it in for the final out. 2 more runs, though, home for the Shells, and now they lead 6-2 over the Oilers as we move to the 7th inning. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis as we move to the 7th inning. And the Shells will send on a relief pitcher. Stephen Garner going to take over here to try and close this one out.
Well, Stephen Garner is, guess what you would call the closer type for Roxana. That's who Coach Arbuthnot feels comfortable going to in close ball games at the end of the game. He has a decent fastball, probably upper 70s, maybe close to 80 on his fastball. Good breaking ball with sharp break. So we'll see if he can do the job here in the 7th inning with a 4-run lead for the Shells. Down here at beautiful Roxana Park with a big crowd here on this gorgeous spring day.
Ryan Touche put together a good performance, going 6 innings, allowed only 1 hit. That hit by Aaron Ragusa back in the 2nd. He did give up 2 runs. And let's see, one of those at least unearned, maybe 2, depending on how you score it. And it looks like he struck out 5 batters. Here's the pitch to the leadoff man, Tyler Robertson. 0 for 2 today. Strike 1 to him. The next one is in there for strike 2. And quickly 0-2 to Tyler Robertson, the left fielder, number 5 hitter for the Oilers.
Tyler Robertson made the nice running catch in foul territory in left field the end last inning.
Here's a strike 3 called, and down goes Robertson. There's 1 away.
Well, the Oilers down to their final 2 outs here today. They're trying to win their 2nd game in a row in their 2nd game of the season.
Here's a pitch back to the fence to Aaron Ragusa, who's 1 out of 2. Singled and scored in the 2nd stole a base and grounded to second in the fourth. Strike one to him there.
Goose has been one of the few Oiler players to have some good swings at Touche today.
Garner working quickly. This one sails outside. The count 1-2. Now I thought I had it right. The scoreboard's wrong. Pitch on the way, swing, and a grounder back to the hill. Garner with a stab and the throw, and there's 2 away.
Well, Garner, as we all know, a good fielding third baseman for the Shells, and he shows right there. He makes a nice play on that ground ball back to the mound.
Scott Gibbs, the last hope for the East Alton Wood River Oilers now, digs in from the right side. He's 0 for 1. He walked back in the second. Pitch from Garner in there for a strike. And it's kind of what you want to see from your reliever in the ninth. Come in, throwing strikes. Next one to Gibbs in there for strike 2, and the Oilers down to their final strike now. Garner ready. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and a couple of strikeouts for Garner in the 7th, and that's the ball game as the Roxana Shells defeat the East Alton Wood River Oilers by the final of 6-2. We'll be back to wrap it up after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. And the final 6-2 as the Roxana Shells defeat the East Alton Wood River Oilers, and now 15-7 on the season.
Yeah, Roxana did a nice job today. They started off a little bit sluggish. Here, Wood River got a 2-1 lead. Took that into the 4th inning, and Roxana was able to pull it out 6-2. A big day for Nathan Martz for Roxana, going 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. And when you put that together with a strong pitching performance out of Ryan Touche, 6 strong innings, and that's going to equal a victory most every time for the Shells.
Touche allowing only 1 base hit through 6 innings. He did walk a couple of batters and hit a man, but kept the Oilers at bay with only 2 runs allowed, and they could be unearned runs depending on how you end up scoring. One for sure, an unearned run, probably both of those, and Touche just outstanding today for the Shells, as well as you mentioned, Nathan Martz, the big hero with the bat. And you got to bring up Chase McPeak with a couple of hits in the 9-hole, and really the bottom of the order doing a lot of damage for Roxana, especially in that bottom of the 4th when they got 3 runs.
Yeah, Roxana, bottom of the order, is a pretty strong group for being in the 7, 8, 9 spots in the batting order. And as you mentioned, Chase McPeak, not only with a couple hits today, scored a run or 2 and made a couple nice plays out of short on some tough hops. And he had a really good day, number 18, Chase McPeak. And on the other side of the ball for Wood River, they didn't play that bad, but of a game, they got pretty good pitching from Scott Gibbs, decent defense, and you're just not going to win many games, though, when you only get 1 hit, Dennis, and that's what happened today with Ryan Touche and Stephen Garner combining for the 1-hitter in the Roxana victory.
Garner comes on to pitch a perfect 7th inning, setting down the Oilers 1-2-3 and gets a couple of strikeouts in that frame. Don't forget, coming up next, softball action here on Z1570. It's Oilers and Shells again, this time from Oiler Country. For my partner Brian Lewis, Dennis Laird reminding you the final score once again 6-2 in favor of the Shells. Have a great evening, everybody.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Macias Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.